Let's get started. The sun sets in the little neighborhood of Golden Acres. Caldwell Circle, nestled right in the middle of this little suburban community, goes slowly dark, and then pockets of light come on that ignite small portions of the circle from overhead lights. The 4 moderately sized homes on the cul-de-sac, all one by one, turn the lights off inside their homes.
Well, I think I'm going to head outside. There's got to be a way to get out. They always try to close me in here, but I'm going to find a way out.
That's right. Don't worry. You got out. I'll get to you. So the 4 moderately sized homes on the cul-de-sac, all one by one, turn off the lights inside their homes. Under the small sports car parked near the first of these homes, 2 small bright lights break through the darkness. And Sprinkles, a.k.a. Lord Farlburless, is that, what was it? Lord Farl Curious.
Phonetic spelling, people. Phonetic spelling.
Lord Farl Curious. Well, it's not about the spelling, it's about the handwriting at that point. It was more about I couldn't read what I wrote down.
He wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah. That's right. That's why I did horrible at handwriting.
That's right.
Lord Farl Curious's eyes cast out from underneath this very nice red sports car in his owner's driveway. Jason, what does Lord Farl Curious do?
Purr, baby.
He just sits under the car and purrs like the ladies will come to me.
Oh yeah. Plus it's nice and warm under here. I'm not anywhere near the oil or the exhaust. I know that perfect spot, where the cats love to get to up under the hood of the engine.
Like the fan belts.
So you're not even on the ground. You're like nestled on the pipes with your head hanging down, staring out. Okay. Yep. Bingo. So you're just kind of watching over the neighborhood. So Mike, I gotta get used to. Sly is sitting on his porch. You're surrounded by potted plants. Your owner is not an elderly woman, but getting up there. She's like retirement age, getting in there, and she's got potted plants everywhere. And you're kind of probably looking at these things, looking for which one to pee in to start the night.
That's about accurate.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were gonna go with. That's why I put you around potted plants.
All right. So I get the toilet humor for the night.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sly, what is Sly doing on his porch? What does he do? What does he do to kind of start the evening off?
Banal humor. Well, let's see. I think he's going to be looking for some trouble.
What kind of trouble does Sly look for?
Little fun things to get a hold of.
All right. I think
his favorite pastime is going to be picking on.
Yeah, getting after Lord Farl Curious.
Yep.
Do you call him Sprinkles just to make him mad?
No, I think I'm going to call him Peasant.
Okay, nice. He's going to name Lord Farl Curious. What's up, Peasant? Okay, I got it. I'm into it. All right, so you're trying to cause trouble for him. So you see his head kind of hanging out from under the sports car. You see his eyes glinting in the low light. And what do you do?
I think that's where I'm going to go relieve myself.
Just right next to the car. So great. All right, awesome. So how does Sprinkles interact with that situation there? He's ruining your favorite sleeping spot.
But I have so many. But this is the one I'm in right now. So I'm going to look down at him, just shake my head because it's not the first time he's done this. I've put up with the smell before. He's done worse.
There's nothing worse than cat pee.
Oh, I'm aware. But there's nothing worse than my cat pee. So I'm just gonna, as he's peeing on the floor, I'm peeing on him.
Oh.
I don't know if you can contort that way. You're like on pipes up underneath the car. He's outside the car.
Maybe they're headers.
I don't know if.
They hang down low.
Who said anything about having to contort? I'm free flowing, man.
He's rather
You're
proud of
still a
himself.
cat. All right, so as this is
Just
going on,
marking
you kind of
territory.
are shaking your head. Gotham peers down over the rooftop, sitting kind of on the edge of the gutter, just within pouncing distance of this whole situation. Now, Gotham, do you care so much when he starts messing with Sprinkles?
Not overly, because it's kind of in good fun, but it never goes too far. But I do like to pounce on him every now and then, just
Great.
to keep him in check.
All right, is that what you're gonna do now?
I think so.
Great. Now, are you aiming to cause harm, or are you
No.
just kind of doing it?
Just doing it.
Just kind of to wrestle a bit. All right, so
Just
it's
so
gonna
me
be
there.
it's gonna be legs.
All right.
It's gonna be legs. So what is your legs trait?
All right. My legs is 3, but I'm a leaping expert.
Okay, and your
And I
leaping
also have
expert
s-
is 3.
And I also have silent as a shadow.
Okay, so which one of those? So you can only add one
Only one?
reputation
Okay.
to a roll. So which one do you want to add to it?
Then we'll do leaping expert.
We'll do leaping. So it's going to be
That's
6 dice,
6 dice.
and the roof of the house is pretty precarious, but you are a leaping expert, so it's going to be a moderate risk for you.
Okay.
You need 2 evens to succeed. Go
All
ahead and roll them in the dice tray up
In the
there.
bucket.
Yeah.
I got a lot of evens. I have 3 4s.
Go ahead and say it into the mic.
I've got a lot of evens there. I've got 3 4s.
3 4s. Okay,
I
cool.
got a full house, so there.
So 2 pair. Whoa. So 3 4s. You only needed 2, and you got 3. So that means you get 1 style point. You can either save that for
Yay.
later to use on any roll to add a die to it, or you can embellish right now and give yourself an advantageous position. Tell me exactly how it happened.
I just drop right next to Slay and start talking. Boom. What you doing? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? You see anything? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, I'm just over here messing with him like you are. Hey, he's sitting up in the engine. I'm marking my territory.
That's a spot.
You want to help?
I'm good. Thanks.
You want to help? How would he help you mark your territory?
I'm just trying to mess with him. I don't care what
No,
the territory
that's
is.
fair. You don't care how it happens. I just want it to happen.
The end goal is messing with him.
So so
I'm used to it.
So, Mike, your house is actually across the cul-de-sac from where they live, so you had to cross the entire circle to get over to them. The house directly to you guys left. So if you imagine like a 1 through 4, and Jason and Chris, your house is on the left side, kind of going around a circle. The second house, the one directly to your house, is left if you're looking out into the yard. You hear growling from that yard. And Rick Puddles, who has deftly escaped from a slightly cracked window that he was able to kind of man his way through, or cat his way through, as it were. He got out, but the family dog that is chained up outside in the front yard saw you. He usually doesn't see you. Usually you can do it a little bit more stealthy, but he heard you crack the window because it was a little more closed than normal. And he is now staring you down and growling at you.
But he's on a chain.
He is on a chain.
He can't get to me.
Well, that's yet to be seen.
Well, that matters on what I do.
It certainly would,
And
wouldn't
how
it?
close I get to him. Because one of my great joys in life is to get just out of range and clean my claws.
Oh, I like
yeah.
it. So let's do, man, your depth perception would kind of come into perspective there. You've been here for a while. It's not like they rescued you yesterday. So you do kind of know where that chain rests. Let's roll a face roll, and I'm going to roll the dog a legs roll against your face roll. So it'll be kind of a competitive check.
Face is 3 claws. Let's see. And this is to see if he gets within range of me?
This is to see if you guess right where he should be. And his role is going to be to see if he can kind of inch his post out of the ground a little bit to get closer to
Okay, so let's see. That's 3, which face is not the best. I am incredibly fast, so I am going to try to get a good judge.
Okay, so you're going to get your reflexes into it to see if you can protect yourself? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I got, let's see, I got a 2, a 6, and a 2. So I got 3 evens.
Did you add your reputation in there?
I did not add. Yes, I did add my reputation in there.
Okay, cool. So how many dice do you want to roll?
I rolled 5.
You rolled 5 dice. He rolled 4 dice for his legs. He got 4 evens.
Ooh.
So he rushes after you, barking and wailing, charging as fast and as hard as he can. He inches up onto it and hits, nudges you with his face, and you begin to roll over, and he starts rolling, laughing. Like he can't believe that you fell for it. He's been working that chain all day. He was so
feeling
prepared
good
for
about
you.
Yourself?
Yeah.
I bet you are. But you know what?
Yeah.
You're still there, and I'm going to go wander off and have some fun. And I will be back.
He growls at you a little bit more and kind of stares at you. And
I twitch my tail. In fact, I twitch my tail in his direction. You like that?
And he growls even harder.
Hey,
and says, just you wait till I get out of this chain.
You're never going to get out of that
He yanks
chain.
on it, and it kind of chokes him back a little bit, and he backs up and lays down next to the post.
All right. He's back at the post. I'm going to kind of wander in, get a little in his range.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing over there? Barks a lot? Sir Barks a lot?
Oh, man. He hates that name. He kind of huffs at you. He knows you're out of range now.
No, I'm back in range.
Oh, you're back.
I'm
yeah,
back in range.
Okay. So he's going to race after you again.
And I'm going to charge off.
And this time he's going to use his teeth.
Ooh. Now, I'm going to use my legs.
Okay.
Because it's all...
Yeah, you're taking off. You prepped the trick.
I've been waiting. I want him to charge after me.
Okay.
2, 4, 6. I need one more die if I could.
Any reputations that you're adding to it?
Well,
you're
fast.
unbelievably fast. Okay.
All right. 3 again. 4. I got 4. I got 2 6s, a 4, and a 2.
All right. So he only rolled 2 evens. So how do you manage to get away?
I let him think he's going to catch me, but I know we've played this game before. I know he's not going to catch me, and I want him to get close enough to where he really thinks he's going to catch me, so he's going to really go for it, and that chain is going to pop him so hard when he hits the end of it.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to roll over and laugh.
So he kind of yelps.
I'm going to use one of my style points that he does a backflip onto his belly when he hits the end of his chain.
All right. So he's yanked up off his feet, backflips through the air, and lands on his belly. Awesome. So you had 2 style points there.
Right.
So do you want to hold on to one of those? Okay, perfect. All right. So does anybody else want to kind of do anything, or y'all just kind of wandering around the cul-de-sac?
They might have heard all this commotion because it would have been going on for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They saw you. They watched it happen. They were probably these two were sitting outside the car. They kind of craned their necks to look behind themselves, and they watched as you went back and forth with their eyes darting. And then Sprinkles probably didn't even, he looked and was like, I don't care.
Typical night in the cul-de-sac.
That's right, exactly. Just like, this is so.
And no fly honeys to play with.
No, I don't know how many of those you're going to run into. We'll see what we can
conjure up.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So time goes on. It gets closer and closer to midnight. And as midnight creeps closer, Horatio, the captain of the night guard, which you all are a part of, shows up at the end of the cul-de-sac under the lamp and signals with his tail that it's time to meet.
Oh, are we going to go mess with the Pekingese tonight?
Do you say that as you walk?
Yeah. I really love messing with that Pekingese.
I think there are worse things out there than that Pekingese right now.
I know, but it's so much fun.
The Pekingese will be there tomorrow.
Yeah, all right.
One of these days, that dog's going to catch you, and we're just going to laugh.
He hasn't caught me yet.
Only takes once.
Well, Well, that's true, but he's also going to be in for a big surprise. He'll beat Sharp and Slicer.
So what have you named his teeth?
Oh, Trouble.
Ah, see?
That's why I try to stay away from trouble.
Good luck, sir.
Yes.
So is the country bumpkin talking to me?
To everybody, yeah.
No,
Do
I
you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Do you guys pay any attention to him when he says that?
What did the peasant say?
These people I have to put up with.
Yep.
He's in one of his prima donna moods.
Well, when is he not?
Good question.
You
Ask
know?
this guy.
Oh, when is he not there, Goth?
You know, he does have to live with him.
He
Yeah.
does.
He's a good cat. Let's go find out where the watch wants.
All right. Come on, Puss in Boots. Let's go.
What boots are these that you speak of?
So as you ask that, Horatio, he's waiting for you, and you guys have been walking this whole time. He is a orange and white bobtailed cat. He's very large, and he's just kind of sitting waiting for you. I guess he wouldn't have gestured with his tail if he was a bobtail, wouldn't he?
No, well, he can still gesture.
He's
a stub.
He said, yeah, he's got more of a stub, and he thinks he probably spelled out meat now with his stuff. No. Him sitting there is the signal for you guys to meet.
Let's not get stuck on mechanics.
So is he an absolute unit? This boy?
What? No, I don't know. I don't know.
You said he was
like
a
a
big
personal
old
question.
You said he was a big old Tom. So I'm trying to picture this.
He's
this
a bobtail.
Yeah. So
He's a very, very large cat.
yes. So he's an absolute unit.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
Never
I have
mind.
no idea what you're
big unit?
referencing right now. A big unit?
No,
For all you Astros fans.
It's a meme.
Oh.
Certain quality.
Gotcha. Not the iFunny or I've seen it quality. So as you approach, Horatio waits for you guys to get in line, and more than likely, Puddles, you have trouble doing that because the even the dangers that you saw in the trailer park probably were less formal. You know, you're dealing with HOAs and stuff now, and these cats are serious.
What?
They're
Get in line.
oddly serious about their
Order.
order and operations and the way that they do things here.
Oh, that's just.
Pecking order,
That's
if you
just
will.
silly.
Exactly. And so what do you do? So these three probably know. They know Horatio. They've been around him since probably they were little baby cats. So they probably all they sit where they're supposed to sit and get ready to listen. But what do you do, Puddles?
I'll just kind of lay down. I'll get kind of close to where he wants me to be, but you know,
Close enough that he
I
can't
like to
say you
see
didn't
his
try.
tail kind of want to pop up and out there a little bit, you know. So Horatio, I'm gonna wait till he chastises me to get into place.
Yeah, roll me a coat roll.
A coat.
Yeah, roll me a coat roll. Let's see how under his skin or under his fur you get.
Well, I got nothing. Well, looks like I got 6.
All right, it does not take him long at all to swat at you. For what's your highest odd number?
I got 2 5s.
Good night. He doesn't deal 5 scars to you. That wouldn't make much sense. He wants you to be compliant.
That'd be excessive.
He might not have used his claws.
But he definitely swats at you flat pawed and beats you over the head like, cats do the really fast, like, pat, 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 like real fast.
Right.
He smacks you
Like
3
trying to keep
times.
the door closed or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. He pats you 3 times until you sit up where you're supposed to be.
Do we have to do this every night?
Of course we have to do it every night.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Good evening, Caldwell Circle Guardians. I've got a message from the Rat Pack for you. And yes, his voice is that annoying all the time.
The Rat Pack?
The Rat Pack.
Oh my gosh. Am I going to meet Dean Martin tonight?
Actually, yeah, sure. One of them is named Dean Martin.
Okay.
I hope to meet Sammy Davis.
They're a group
not Junior, the original Sammy Davis.
Yes.
In fact, they've actually opted in for all of the Rat Pack's names, and they're a group of strays that act as scouts for the area.
Oh, can I go join the Rat Pack? That seems like more fun.
That seems like more what I want to do. They've spotted a particularly sneaky boggin in an unsuspecting home. They couldn't get a good look because there are 3 dogs in the house, which then, of course, alerted the owners to their presence.
Oh, I see. And the dogs can't handle things as usual?
Well, you would know. So I guess I didn't explain this before coming in, that cats are literally the only creatures in existence that can see the boggins.
We don't know what a boggin is, but we can see it.
You know what a boggin is.
Oh.
You don't, but your cat knows. your cat knows. So,
have you ever owned a cat, Rick?
Yes, I own one right now.
You know when they just stare off into space,
right?
for no real reason, and then
or
just
spot at things, you know.
He's staring down a boggin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I know. I'll be able to tell Diane when I get home. We figured it out.
As soon as I heard this, I found out it was a John Wick Presents game. I was immediately thinking, okay, this is basically going to be like a Guardians game, and it's going to be super fun because it's basically, yeah, those times your cat is staring off into nothing. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you're going for.
Exactly. So, or like if you've ever been in a dark home and you're looking down trying to see through a dark hallway and you think you see a shadow move, that's a boggin.
That's a boggin.
That's a boggin. That's like a glimpse that you can get.
So these homes without cats, they're in trouble.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're stumbling into today. I'm glad you picked up on that. So, so a boggin is essentially a formless being at first.
So, I guess up north they always come in pairs.
No, shut up.
Boggins.
I'm so mad that you made that joke. I saw it coming as soon as you opened your mouth. I was like, dang it, he's going to do it. As soon as you said the word north, I was like, shoot.
That is why they make an edit button.
I can't edit that out. That's gold. So a boggin is essentially a formless being that is trying to attach itself onto a human to drain its life force enough so that the boggin gains enough strength to possess the human.
They blame cats for that.
I know, right?
Man, we can't have that. All right, I'm on a mission now.
Everybody's looking at you like,
okay.
Everybody's looking at you like, we literally
Watch out for the
fight
trailer
boggins
trash
together.
Superman.
That's right.
All right, I don't always remember things so well. Okay?
Gotham looks at you like, how bad was your head injury on our last hunt?
No, basically we have to explain this to him every
time.
Have
What's
you
a
seen
boggin?
50 First Dates?
every night.
Well, I watch that movie every night, still don't get it.
The beauty of that is I can watch this. I only have one DVD in my collection.
And it's brand new every day.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. In fact, they put a puddle in front of my bed, so I remember my own name. Okay, so a boggin is this formless being that once it decides how it's going to feed on the human's energy, it begins to take a form, something like the monster under the bed. Things like that, things that lurk in the night, basically like fairy tale, urban legend type things that kids think to themselves. And they can also take on the forms of things like depression and fear. They specifically feed on fear. Now, you can't kill a boggin in the real world. You have to go into the dreamscape to kill them.
Oh.
So if a cat goes to sleep near a human who is also sleeping, you can enter into their dream, and then you can talk to them through their dream, and you can also fight the boggin physically in order to destroy them. All right, so that's what a boggin is, just to kind of describe to you and to any potential listeners that for some reason have stumbled into our podcast.
I feel sorry for them.
No, this is gold so far. All right, I'm very confident that this is going to be really great.
That's right.
All right, so
all the
Horatio,
cat lovers out there.
That's right, all the cat lovers. This is the game for girlfriends. All right, you can get her to play a cat. You can get
cat's meow.
Yeah, exactly. So he continues, a young boy, we don't know his name, he doesn't have a cat, was seen moving into the vacant house. He gestures to the third house in your cul-de-sac.
Is it on the left?
No.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Nope. It's the third house
On the
toward the
left.
right.
So.
He gestures to it with his paw. He says, we saw one of the rat pack saw them moving in with a oddly shaped boggin stuck in one of the suitcases, peeking out from a box of clothes. It seems that he has brought one of these foul things into our community with him, and while he is a dog person, which we normally abhor, we still must protect him for the sake of all humankind or whatever. Really, it's just for Golden Acres. Your job is going to be to remove the boggin from our midst, whether it's killing him or just driving him off. And do watch out for the dogs. They are quite mean.
I can get around them. They don't
They
scare
don't have
me.
any of those little 6-pounders, do we? Those are my favorites.
6-pounder? What's that? What is a 6-pounder?
I know, like little Pekingese and toy poodles and. You know.
What kind of dogs do they have?
Anything considered teacup?
Yes, absolutely.
No, these people do not. They would call them punting dogs.
Hunting dogs.
Punting dogs.
Yes, that's I call them decapitation dogs.
What?
They kind of remind me of rats, little rat dogs.
No animals were hurt in the process of making this podcast.
We may have thought about it, but
It
As
has
the
been,
dog person here, I do not support that statement. No dogs were harmed in the making of this film.
it has been established that Rick will be our murder hobo for the evening.
No, not hobo.
Well, kind
Trailer
of.
park. Murder trailer park.
That's right.
Murder rescue, okay?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to save lives. Sometimes you have to break a few eggs,
Or legs in your case.
Absolutely. So, I guess I may be on distraction duty for the dogs, it seems like.
Do whatever you need to. I've got to go to the next street and give them their task.
Oh, I see. Well, you go boss some other group around, and we'll do our thing.
He pats you again and leaves.
It's a love tap.
That's right. As he walks by, just... Sorry, that's what those pop filters are for. I just made a really loud, glaring sound in my own ears. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah.
we can do this to you all
Yeah,
night.
please don't. I reject it.
Please don't do that. All right.
The only person you're hurting is the person who has control over your critical failures. So
Oh, I see now. Well, we can see your dice here on the screen, can't
just
we?
just remember, next week we're playing Star Wars, and you rolled the spares a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Can I be on another ship?
Don't you be on another planet?
Yeah, you guys don't have ships yet.
No.
I was going to say, can we just be on another planet?
All right, enough about Star Wars. Let's play cats.
Cats.
Cats and dogs and bumpkins.
Cats and
Things like
dogs.
bumpkins.
Cats and dogs and bumpkins. Hooey.
Yeah, Bubba.
That would actually have been a fun game if we played Trailer Cats. I now regret the decision that I made.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. We'll see.
So is Trailer Cats just cats, only all the stats are 1?
Trailer Cats is cats, but everybody's a hick. And the biggest boggin is diarrhea. All right. So Horatio leaves. The street is still dark. It is just past midnight now after that entire conversation, which probably took most of its time because of puddles.
Because we have to
Sorry.
explain this to him every
That's
time.
right. That's right.
Yeah, well, it's always great in the retelling, isn't it?
That's
No.
right.
No.
Oh.
By the way, Puddles, looks like your dog's loose.
Whoa.
Made you look.
Oh, ha ha. Whoa.
Did I even need a roll code on that?
No, he roleplayed it. You're good.
Thought so.
No, you only need to make rolls when there's a risky situation.
Yeah.
There was no risk in making him turn around. He was going to do it.
But I don't have to outrun him. I just have to outrun y'all. And you know my nickname.
Apparently you don't.
fast. No, apparently I don't.
your reputation.
You know my reputation. No, really, tell me my reputation. I can't remember today. Please tell me what I'm known for. Who am I?
It's a new 24-hour clock. I need to know again.
I still don't have any idea what magic does.
That's right, midnight hit. Good night. This is going to be terrible.
So instead of reputations, this game also needs to have drawbacks, and his is short-term memory loss.
So I think we need to change his name that we all know him by to 5-Minute Tom.
Well, we've already recorded 40 minutes of puddles. We're gonna stick with puddles.
Down, yeah.
Yeah, everybody just say 5-Minute Tom.
5 minutes. We're lucky if it's 60 seconds.
Because
he's gone. Well, but he's gone in 60 seconds because he's unbelievably fast.
That's right.
That's right. He's unbelievably fast because he's so skittish because he can't remember who's good and who's bad. All right,
Alrighty then.
What do you guys do? We got a house. You've only got a few hours, probably 5 or 6 hours to handle this business before this kid has to wake up
I'm
and catch the bus.
unbelievably fast. It won't take long.